Hey everyone, it's Greg Schillinglaw for Insider Travel Report, hanging out with Leroy Brown, General Manager of Seabreeze Beach House down in Barbados on the southern coast. We're talking all about the all-inclusive property today and what you can expect when you get there. This is Insider Travel Report. So Leroy, it is so good to see you. And full disclosure, we actually did this interview down on property, but we had a camera issue and both of us were sweaty messes. I hope you don't mind me saying that by the end of it. So we were like, you know what, let's do this in the air conditioning and get this done. And we're gonna have lots of videos to show people. So, but yeah, no, I just wanted to start off by having you take us through Seabreeze and just give us a general overview of the property and what guests can expect when they get there.
Yeah, Seabreeze is premium all-inclusive, 122 rooms and suites. We've got three restaurants for dinner, three restaurants for lunch, and two restaurants for breakfast. Lots of activities, lots to do in Barbados, lots to do on the island. We're on a huge stretch of beach. This is the place to be, right? This is the middle of the Caribbean, lots of sun, lots of, we don't get a lot of rain here, thank God. We do get some. We're not affected by hurricanes as much as some of the islands are, unfortunately for them. But we don't get a lot of hurricane activity. We do have a hurricane season from June until November, but it's a great spot. And if you come down, there's lots to do, and we'll go through that in a minute.
Yeah, of course. And I wondered maybe you could just start off because I know you guys obviously went through an extensive renovation a couple of years ago. It was 2018. I was wondering, could you just take us through it? I know that touched the rooms, that touched the property. You just take us through sort of what the big changes were and where we're at in terms of room classifications and categories.
Well, big changes to gardens and grounds. We still have our classic collection rooms that we had in the original property. What we added was the luxury collection. So we added 44 suites. And there's a combinations of 1-bedroom and 2-bedroom suites, but you can open it up into 3 or 4 bedrooms, depending on what your needs are.
So in terms of who the property is geared for, I know when I visited, you had your couples there celebrating honeymoons, anniversaries, but you also had families. And there's sort of different zones and areas for different travelers that you have visiting, right?
Well, we're fortunate to be able to cater to all groups, right? Elderly, younger, couples, singles, families, you name it. We've got an adult-only pool for adults, so we don't allow kids in that area. And it works really, really well because the property, as you know, Greg, is very well spread out. And then on the other end, opposite end of the property, we've got a family pool in the middle. And then next to it, we've got the lap pool, which can be used by adults or kids. And of course, we get kids, obviously in half-term holidays and summer holidays and what have you. Outside of that, we don't have a lot of kids. So it's a really good mix of family and other groups.
I have to say the other thing too, that I guess we sort of buried the lead, but the beach that you guys, the beach space, what
huge,
1,000 square feet, it's yes. Massive, it feels like it goes on for miles. So could you just talk about sort of the facilities? Obviously you mentioned the pools, but the beachfront access and what people can sort of expect. And obviously we're going to show some, we have to do it justice. So we'll show some photos, I promise.
Yeah, so we've got that huge square footage of beach stretching along the entire frontage of the hotel. People do go running and jogging on it. I don't know why. I don't know why you do that on vacation, but some people
do it. I've never understood either. So.
but it's a beautiful beach. We are on the south coast, so we do get rolling waves sometimes. I mean, I'm looking through my window now, and it's relatively calm. So we do get days it's very, very flat. We do offer non-motorized water sports. So you've got your catamaran, your paddle boards, your kayaks. So there's lots of fun. We do windsurfing classes as well for an additional fee. But we've also got those lovely hammocks, floating hammocks out in the water that's got a few people on the right now.
I know. I remember trying those myself, and it was quite fun being out there. So I guess the other thing you reminded me, the other thing I wanted to ask you about, just in terms of the restaurants, I wanted to get back to that because I know you touched on it at the very top, but can you just take us through what some of the offerings are? And obviously you guys are all inclusive, and I will say, after getting to try a few of the restaurants, I mean, the food is amazing. So if you could just take us through what you guys are serving up these days and what's on offer.
So here's what makes this property so special. So every morning for breakfast, you've got 2 options. Our Mahogany restaurant is our all-day dining restaurant, and that's open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day. The breakfast offering is a huge buffet. Apart from that, either in Cerulean or Aquaterra, we do rotate it. There's a smaller version of the mahogany breakfast, but on each breakfast selection, so you've got the two choices. We actually put a couple of local dishes on. You can get fried plantain, you can get chicken livers, you can get chicken strips, and you can get, you know, all kind of really, really good stuff. The standard staples are grilled tomatoes, your bacon and sausage, and your regular stuff. But two specials added to that every day. So that's breakfast. Lunch, you've got three options. You've got the flying fish next to mahogany, which is mostly snacks, burgers, hot dogs, samosas, chicken wings, that kind of stuff. For people who just want a quick bite and run. When we have a lot of kids in house, we do a kids buffet outside of mahogany, where you've got an even smaller selection, but it's got burgers and hot dogs and fries. So that's a quick pickup for kids and run. A lot of adults attack that buffet as well.
I might have been guilty of that. So.
The mahogany restaurant is a huge buffet for lunch.
That's correct. That's sort of in the middle of the property too, right? It's
that's right.
So
on that buffet, every day it's themed. So some days Italian, some days French, some days it's curry Indian, some days it's local Barbadian. So you get 7 themes. So every day there's a different theme buffet for lunch. So it's never boring. And there's always a huge salad bar with about 12 to 14 salads every day. And then across the other end of the property, on the other end of the beach, there is Tipsy on the Beach, which is the kebabs and your wraps. And that's amazing for people. And it's actually quite filling.
I remember when we visited, you were like, you got to go to Tipsy, and we have to go to Tipsy. And we had a kebab, we had a drink, and obviously it's kind of the beachfront bar setup, and
that's right.
Food. Oh, it was incredible.
It's actually flat down on the beach. There are people who sit at Tipsy every day for lunch, and they said, "Have you tried anything else?" Well, we like it here. You know, the beach is right there, the chairs are right here, food is right there, the bar is right there. We all sat.
Nice.
And then for dinner, you've got these 3 options. So you've got mahogany, which would be a buffet 2 nights a week. So a seafood buffet on a Saturday, Sunday barbecue on the beach on a Sunday night. Weather permitting, we're actually literally out on the beach. The other 5 days in mahogany, the other 5 nights is a la carte. And a completely different menu that you'd get in Cerulean, which is fine dining, and a completely different menu that you'll get in Aquaterra, which is more street foodie quite stuff. So lots of sushi and burgers and ribs and that kind of stuff. So you've got a really good variety. And
I was going to say the view too at both Aquaterra and Cerulean is incredible. I mean, you're right there on the ocean.
Correct. And then the other thing that's really special is we've got our Rum Shop. So the Rum Shop, we serve rum. You can get coffee and teas and what have you. But also during the day, we do a local snack. So we've got this little thing called cheese cutters, which is cheese and bread, or ham and bread, or fish and bread. And it's a little sandwich, but it's made in a salt bun. So it's really, really quite wholesome and quite filling. And there are people who just go there during the day and just grab one of those and a rum, but they're all set for the day for lunch.
The beach, you're good, right? The other thing too, I know you touched on activities before, but I will say with Ocean Hotels, which Seabreeze is a part of, there is an emphasis on getting people off property and really experiencing the island. And I know if you could just talk about just the hotel group's perspective on that and really introducing people to the Bayesian lifestyle and just the way of life.
So we partner with a couple of local people. We actually have a local farm that we just connected to, and we start to buy a lot of our produce from them. So we want to do tours there at some point in the future. But right now, you can do a walk to Oistins. So Oistins is the fishing village right next door. It's very popular. People travel from all over the island just on Friday nights. I don't know what Friday nights, but Friday night is big, and they go there and they have their fried fish and pork and all that stuff. We're walking distance from it, so it's like a 18 to 20-minute walk. We actually do a guided walk twice a week from the hotel with our guest services team up to Oistins, and we get 15 to 20 people on mornings going for that walk just to see the immediate neighborhood as well. We're offering.
You're also by, I know when people think of all inclusives, they think you're secluded and you can't walk to anything, but you guys are by the Gap as well, which is offer dinner if you want. So
correct. Yeah. I don't know how many bars or restaurants are in St. Lawrence Gap, but it's a lot. It's a fairly long gap. Absolutely. And there must be at least 12 to 15 different restaurants and bars, maybe more in the Gap. And you can actually walk there in the evenings. It's actually, quite cool in the afternoons to walk down there. And so that's pretty close by. You can get there and you can get your drinks, you can get food, and it's entertainment as well. It's provided on that Gap. Apart from that, we do rum tasting once a week. We do a wine tasting. We do a trivia afternoon. There's lots of, we do yoga, we do the dance fit on the beach, we do aqua aerobics in the pool, which is very popular. There's quite a lot of stuff that we do for guests as well. And we do a lot of things.
Absolutely. I think there was definitely a lot to fill our stay when we were there, and I know we got to visit the property, and there's more stuff to do than we had time. So
yeah.
But yeah, Leader, I guess in closing, I just wanted to ask you just advice for any travelers who are considering coming to Seabreeze, and also for travel advisors as well. Things that they might not realize about the property.
Yeah. I think in terms of travel advice for Seabreeze, I would say that there is a lot to do or not do. If you're thinking of a place where you want to come and not do anything, it's perfect as well. There's lots of little areas that you can just get away from people and just chill as a person or as a couple or as a small family or group. So quite a long beach with, like I said, lots of areas where you can get away. I would also advise that you think in terms of the time of year that you're coming. There was a time that we could say it's hurricane season, so you'll get more rain from June until November, but that's not the case anymore. We hardly ever get rain all day. It does happen from time to time on the odd occasion, but you'll get a spray of rain that will pass over and then that's it. The property is called Seabreeze for a reason. There's a constant breeze coming across from the Atlantic side. So there is that.
On the southern coast, correct?
We're on the southern coast, so there's that fresh breeze that you get all the time. If there's anything that you want, either in your room or you have a special dining, some people can't eat certain things or they've got special dietary needs, you can tell us in advance. We actually have a member of the culinary team will meet with you and actually plan your menus every single day.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Huge. That's huge. So a lot of people write to us in advance and they say, hey, I'm vegetarian or I'm vegan or celiac or what have you. And we actually have the chef meet with you and plan your menus for you. And that's for every meal period of the day. So there's lots to do. And if you think about your vacation beforehand and the things that you like, and I give you one quick example. I had a lady who said, I'm really picky with food. In the end, it turned out that she just wanted pasta every single day for lunch and dinner. We made it happen for her. And she left really, really happy. If she never told us that, she would have gone away probably disappointed. Because obviously we're trying to round the menu to suit as many people as possible. But we do cater to people's individual needs as well. So that's an important point to remember.
Absolutely. Well, Leroy, thank you again for hosting us down there. And I know just getting to visit the property was just amazing. And I know we're gonna have to get back soon, but thank you again for walking us through what's going on at Seabreeze Beach House. And we'll have to get back next year.
Good. You're welcome. You're welcome. Come on down and see us. Our greatest asset is our team. So please come on down and let's look after you.